The group heads back towards the tribe, Nala and Uka riding Poison Tooth in tow, when they realize it's probably a bad idea to just walk in with a dragon completely unannounced. Thus Igur, Spirus, and Bortusk run ahead, while Riot and the girls slow their pace to create some distance. The vanguard party goes to speak with the chieftain, who happens to be in the middle of a meeting with the various elders. Much concern arises at the mention of a dragon heading over here, and the chieftain kicks them out to discuss the matter, leaving them to stand around to await their judgment, when a loud scream is heard in the forest. Two members of the deer tribe, Avis and Jimny, are out foraging when they are confronted by a huge dire bear. They attempt to hold it off until help arrives, and manage to survive long enough for both parties to show up. A brutal battle ensues, with both sides getting seriously wounded, until the giant bear suddenly speaks. It claims to be Erla's guardian of the forest, and pins us as intruders, spreading an evil miasma. Before it can explain further, Riot tries to silence it, only to kill it instead. While the rest of the party makes introductions and Igur yells at Riot for being cruel and impatient, Bortusk implores them to use its power to enhance his weapon. With the help of the other casters, Igur imbues the weapon with the soul of the guardian bear, granting it divine radiance. Now the party makes their way back again, sending Riot ahead to warn them, carrying the bear's bones. As the party walks into home base with Poison Tooth and the bear skeleton, they split up to handle their individual tasks. Most of the guys are stopped and questioned by the guards, who are completely baffled they managed to not just survive, but win an encounter with such a massive magical creature. Once granted access, Riot requests Spirits to perform further modifications on his dagger. In conversation, Riot mentions Uthlar's name out loud, which unintentionally summons her to their tribe again. Contact is much less hostile this time, and it is revealed that Avis had been one of her followers all along. Afterwards, Uka goes to her family tent to inform her parents of the situation, which escalates immediately. Magna drags Uka back to the party by her ear and lays down the law in front of the whole tribe, intimidating everyone, including the dragon, except for Riot. She severely scolds her daughters and Poison Tooth, and calls a further family meeting in their private quarters, which Riot also gets dragged into, because it seems to her that he and Nala have something going. Once there, she makes them explain the whole situation in detail and accepts the adoption of the dragon, somewhat excited to be a grandmother. In the process, Riot and Nala are getting the talk from Magna, who acknowledges Riot as a potential suitor for her, and performs a ritual of premarital coupling. Uka has to look for a new place to stay now, as Riot will sleep there from now on, which is non-negotiable. As all this is happening, Bortusk takes Spirus to go test his new weapon on some rocks, while the remaining three attempt to move the skeleton to the druids, failing to do so. After some time, Uka goes to negotiate a deal with the Weavers group to commission bedding for Poison Tooth, while they begin digging out their new room. The party meets back up and decides to go take a group bath, where it is discovered that Riot is covered in scars, and Avis has a mark of Uthla on her bosom, as well as an unfamiliar tattoo on her back.